whiteboard.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. We're still in negotiations. We have a memorandum of understanding which was handed out to. There's a memorandum of understanding that was handed out to the community along with a diagram of the condominiums. We are still in negotiation, so what we're doing is we're drilling down with the development company on the issue. So there are really 9 issues that they are responsible for. The very first one is that there are affordable condos 80 to 50 AMI that has been presented to Vince Gray. We're waiting for a meeting with Muriel Dowser. So he has agreed to endorse that. And so we're waiting for an endorsement letter so that we can now make an appointment with DCHCD, which is Housing and Community Development. On the other point, parking, we have asked NDC to bring in an expert so that we can talk about traffic calming and parking in that area so that we can go through and you can express your concerns, because according to the city, they have met the parking minimums. They have met them. So I've asked NDC, they need to come in and they need to show examples from other areas, from other apartment buildings and condos.
I'm sorry. Order, please. Order. Order.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot hear.
Okay.
May we have order, please?
Excuse me.
Thank you. Please, we'll have for all sidebar conversations to step outside, please. Thank you.
Where were we? But for parking, as I said, we're bringing in third-party experts so that they can explain the parking and also traffic mitigation. I've asked that of NDC. Also to do with the Community Development Organization, which is something that is in the MOU. We're also bringing in someone from an organization so that they can talk about what's going to happen with that, how it's going to be run, the infrastructure, things along that line.
Can you identify who that will be?
At this point, no. No, at this point.
Is there a MOU, I mean, is there a LOI out there for that, or you're just?
At this point, we just asked for it,
Gotcha.
so it's being negotiated, the costs and stuff like that,
Gotcha.
and money, because what we're doing is we're negotiating with NDC, and what they're gonna do is release some money from the PUD, so from the
So NDC is gonna pay for this?
yes,
Wow.
yes, NDC is supposed to be paying for it.
Is that a conflict of interest? We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So to clarify, because previously they had approved a pool of money for community expenditures. Is this coming out of that pool of money, or is this additional money?
This is coming out of that pool of
I
money.
see.
But there is an additional pool of money to also help with the organization of this organization.
Right, right.
So that's a whole nother thing.
Can you repeat what your organizations are that they're talking about? I'd like to look at it, if that is approved, if you're approving. Which, I mean, you talking about, the money's coming out, some organization, but I didn't hear.
Oh, what we're doing is we're bringing a third party to explain about community development organizations, bid programs, so community development organizations or CDCs, bids, which are business improvement districts, and we're kind of putting it all into one thing, but we're having people come in so that the members of River Terrace community organization can understand about these different things. And like I said, the whole structure of it, so that they know it's a professional structure. It's not, my cousin Ralph is gonna come in and run this because he can do his taxes. It is going to be a professional organization where there is someone who has the job to make sure that our development is done. So someone will be the director or CEO, whatever we're going to call that, and there will also be a board. The board itself will consist of members of River Terrace, also just probably the business members of River Terrace. So we, at this point, have 4 commercial business owners in River Terrace, and they will probably be on that board. But at this point, we haven't put the whole organization together yet. Yes, sir.
When will the details of the structure be provided to the community?
We're trying to get a special meeting for September. So not the River Terrace meeting, but a special meeting in September so that we can, again, have the parking done as well as this explanation of the organization.
Just as a matter of process, you mentioned in your recitation that Councilman Gray is on board. What is the role of the ANC if Councilman Gray has already weighed in and proved something that the ANC hasn't even spoken to?
Well, go ahead.
I can probably help with that a little bit. So, it's my understanding, well, here's how it works. ANC 7D is a party to the plan unit development automatically. So I think we engage in a negotiating, a process negotiating with them as well, supporting what you were doing. So, the council member, I don't know what exactly role you're asking Councilmember Gray to play, but ANC 7D does have a voice at the table in terms of supporting or not supporting whatever comes to pass.
Yeah, so when does that happen? When do you weigh in on support or?
Right, so I think we've weighed in a couple times over the process in the last couple of years, and I'm not, I'd have to defer to Commissioner Prue as to where that's really been this year, because I haven't really been too active in that.
I guess my issue is,
Right.
like, it's evolving. and
Right.
We don't really know the details of the concept, so how can you weigh in if you don't really know what it is?
Okay, well, the whole thing though is, I'm going to kind of slow this one down because the negotiation and settlement is outside of the PUD. So the plan unit development, which is what the ANC would weigh in on, which would actually be the building. The PUD, yes, the plan unit development is what the ANC weighs in on. So that's the actual building, that's the community benefits agreement, that is a part of something that is part of the government. It goes through zoning, and it's approved through the, it's approved through the zoning commission. Right now, what's approved through the zoning commission